So this is my review of the Carrera Crossfuse women's electric hybrid bike that I purchased from Halfords in February for £1,899. I previously had a Viking Ariba folding electric sort of commuter style bike. It was really fun to ride, but it didn't really feel particularly sturdy, and it gave me almost too much electrical assistance to the point where I felt I wasn't really getting any exercise. After doing some research online and reading a number of reviews, I opted for the Carrera Crossfuse as it was somewhere in the middle cost-wise between an entry-level model and some of the more high-end models such as Specialized. I didn't ride my Crossfuse much in February as it was a very wet month and I haven't ridden a bike for any real distance for quite a few years. However, since March I have cycled about 500 miles on my Crossfuse, and I think it's probably sufficient now to give my opinion of the bike. The bike is the 17-inch frame and it's fitted with a Bosch active line motor that provides pedalling assistance using 4 different levels. There's Eco, Tour, Sport and Turbo. Eco's the lowest level of assistance, going right up to Turbo, which I have to say is pretty impressive, particularly on the hills. The motor will give approximately a range of about 80 miles of pedalling assistance, but I'd say this is probably only achievable using the lower Eco or Tour Assist levels. If you cycled your whole journey in turbo mode, then I doubt the range would be as much as 80 miles. Assistance is provided up to a speed of 15.5 miles an hour, which is the UK restricted speed. The range is displayed on an onboard computer, which also gives your speed and a mileage trip facility. The level of battery remaining is displayed as a series of 5 dot bars, and there's also a digital display which gives the sort of approximate level of the battery power that's remaining. The overall mileage is also recorded, but there's unfortunately no connection between the onboard computer that would give you the facility to save your ride information. To do this, you'd need to invest in a Garmin or a similar GPS device. The removable battery is a 400 watt lithium ion type. This comes with a 2-year or 500 charge manufacturer's warranty. It's lockable and it comes with 2 keys. It takes about 6.5 hours to fully charge from empty, and it can be charged on or off the bike. It can be removed. The battery can be charged either in situ or it can be removed by unlocking it and lifting it out of the battery housing. Simply put your thumb on the flat part of the Bosch charging lead that's provided and insert it into the battery connector. Charging takes about 6.5 hours from fully discharged using the specific Bosch charging cable. The charger is a very basic model with no capability to control the level of charge. If you prefer to charge the battery in situ, you just need to lift the small rubber cover under the battery and insert the charging cable as before. The bike is fitted with Suntour forks with 63mm travel. These can be activated for use on uneven or bumpy ground just by simply swivelling the speed lock to the on position. On smooth or tarmac roads, the forks can be switched off simply by reversing the position of the lock again. The bike came built from Halfords. I added a few extras to customise it for my needs. I opted for an upgrade on the saddle, which I have to say was a bit basic in relation to the cost of the overall cost of the bike. I also added a carrier rack to the bike to carry my work bag for my commute. It does rattle a bit as it's a generic type made by Halfords, but it's sturdy, but it also adds extra weight to the bike. I elected to change the Schwalbe hybrid tyres to road tyres as these are more suited to my particular commute, and a pair of mudguards completed the extras. There are quick release wheels fitted and lockable skewers can be added for an additional cost. Halfords described the frame that's got a 2-year warranty on it as a lightweight alloy that delivers excellent rigidity for control and confidence on every terrain. The overall weight, including the battery, is 23.9 kilos, which as a medium-sized female is a pretty hefty weight to move around, particularly to lift it onto a car bike rack or manoeuvre it through gates on public footpaths or parks. I would certainly recommend trying to lift this bike if you're considering buying it, particularly if you've got back problems or you're not that strong. Saying that, the weight of the bike certainly makes it feel incredibly stable both on and off-road, and this certainly helped give me confidence during my rides. The bike is fitted with Shimano 9-speed cassette and a Shimano E-Bike 9-speed chain, but this doesn't come with a chain guard. The brakes are Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. These give incredibly smooth and effective braking ability, even in wet conditions. I would like to make it clear that this is just a personal review of the Carrera Crossfuse. I haven't been paid or sponsored by Halfords or Bosch to do it, nor do I work for either of these organisations. I really hope you find the information useful. So, in summary, what are the best bits of my Carrera Crossfuse? Well, it has great kickstart of power available. This is very useful at traffic lights and junctions, and more particularly on hills. The bike feels incredibly stable, and if it's fitted with the right saddle, it really is a very sturdy and comfortable ride. I haven't had hydraulic disc brakes before, but I really like the powerful but smooth braking they give. These have definitely given me confidence during my rides. The battery range is impressive, particularly using the lower eco power mode. This means you can have pedal assistance for your whole ride if you want it, but you know that there will be more than sufficient power left to get you home again, and you've had to use your own leg power too. The bike feels just like a regular bike if you switch off the motor. This is easily done with a simple touch on the button of the onboard computer. Using the 4 levels of assistance in conjunction with the 9 gears gives me a full range of power that would be similar to riding a regular bike with 18 gears. The only negative I can find at this moment with my Carrera Crossfuse is the overall weight. This is quite heavy at 23.9 kilos, so positioning the bike so the handlebars can't twist and topple the bike over when I'm not riding it is a bit tricky. Even with a fairly sturdy bike stand fitted, there is a tendency for the front wheel to twist around. Having said that about the weight, most e-bikes in this price range are on the heavy side, and I certainly wouldn't let that put you off buying this particular bike, as the positives far exceed the issue of its weight.